So yeah, they're banging in the pool. There's a fucking orgy going on in the pool. Gotta clean the pool.
Yeah. If the movie has any redeeming quality whatsoever, it's his fucking role. Crapulé.
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 This whole story is crapulé.
Happy Thanksgiving, you turkey hoes.
What's up?
Welcome to the 2022 Thanksgiving special. What the suck? My name is James, and with me always is my partner in crime. So don't just blame me for this shit, my boy Chris. What's up, brother?
Gobble, gobble, bitches. We got another Thanksgiving special for you, another holiday special for you. And actually, we are giving you a full course meal because when this drops, we would have dropped 4 other episodes.
That is correct.
Brand new episodes at the same time, including and also a interview. So enjoy the spread, enjoy the cornucopia. Is that cornucopia? Is that what it is, or the?
Yeah, that could be that.
Whatever it is.
Whatever the fuck.
That's right. So enjoy all these episodes, and then we're taking a short break for the holiday, and then we'll be back with our next new episode on Friday, December 2nd.
That is correct, Mundo.
So
we're rolling with it.
We are back. It took a little while, but we're back. We got a fun Thanksgiving horror film. What is the name of this year's Thanksgiving? Because last time we did Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was the last. I think it was the last one we did.
With the shitty.
Yeah, we didn't do a Thanksgiving last year, I don't think.
One before that, yeah. Okay, yeah,
something like that.
Okay, so what's this year's?
This year's lovely motion picture holiday favorite is called Blood Rage, 1987 horror thriller. It is 1 hour and 22 minutes long. Damn.
Doesn't seem that long, though.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and get into the synopsis. It seems like twins Todd and Terry are nice boys. One of them takes an axe to a local. I like it. It says, until one of them takes an axe to the local, and then 10 years later, Todd escapes. But was he truly the killer?
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
As we'll find out in the review, they're trying to make it seem like there's quote unquote twins.
Yep.
Like maybe it's a case of mistaken identity, but we'll see what really happens as we get into it.
Man, fuck all that.
That's
all right. We are directed by Mr. John Grissmer. We are written by a Bruce Rubin. He's also in the movie as Richard Lambden.
No, I think he's credited in as writing it as Richard Lambden. He's not in the movie though.
Oh, what kind of shit is that?
That's like a
he don't want nobody to know his real name, but they
like,
put it right here on the fucking internet.
Yeah, when Stephen King went by Richard Bachman or the Alan Smithies of the world.
Shit. Okay, well anyway, fuck all them. We have the lovely Louise Lasser as Maddie, Mark Soper as Todd and Terry, Julie Gordon as Karen. Yes, there's another fucking Karen in the movie.
There's a Karen in here.
Jane Benson as Julie. Marianne. You know what it is? I'm blind again. Marianne Cantner as Dr. Berman. James Farrell. Chad Montgomery. Lisa Randall. William Fuller. Douglas. Just
and
a whole
the rest.
host. Yeah. All on Gilligan's motherfucking island. There's like 30 motherfuckers in this movie.
Yeah. I do want to say music by Richard Einhorn. Finkel Einhorn. But there's a lot
Dick Einhorn.
Dick Einhorn. There's a lot of synth in this music. Synth in this movie. So thank you, Dick, for your synth.
Laces out, bitch.
Dick synth. I love Dick synth. That's right. Now, there is a Rotten Tomatoes on this one. Oddly enough, there's only one quote-unquote critic review. It's by Cheryl Eddy from io9.com, who gave it a positive review, but there are less than 50 ratings for the audience score, and the audience score is at a low 33%.
Well, you know what? That 33% know what the fuck they're talking about.
They don't know.
We got 100% with the critics.
That's right.
There may only be one, but it's a positive.
Them less than 50 people wouldn't know a good movie. It came up and hit them in the coochie.
Nope.
All right, so that's that. We hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving.
We do indeed. All kidding aside temporarily.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and get into the review, shall we?
Yeah, let's get our knives and forks and dig into this bitch.
I'm a little hesitant there. Hopefully, this turkey is not like
I'm sorry. I'm a little slow today.
Hopefully, it's not like the Griswold's turkey.
No.
Looks like you're gonna get a chance to meet the rest of the family. My psychotic brother just escaped.
I just don't want to spoil things.
Anybody else need more turkey?
No, I'm pretty good, thanks.
I don't like to talk about my brother. He gives me nightmares.
I mean, it is Thanksgiving.
You know, somebody ought to tell him to get inside. Nobody should be out with my brother around.
He looked exactly like Terry, except he had this really wild, crazed look in his eyes.
There's somebody after me and he's chasing me and he's trying to hurt me. You're gonna hurt my kitty. Oh, God.
You're a real sweetheart. You know that? A real sweetheart. It's not cranberry sauce, Artie. It's not cranberry sauce.
Okay, so the movie starts off on a very positive note.
Sleeping in the back of the van with a shotgun.
It opens.
I just had to do that.
It opens at a drive-in, which I love drive-ins.
Amen to that.
You get establishing shots of cars pulling into the driveway, into the drive-in. You get people at the concession stand buying hot dogs and popcorn. You get people making out.
And you know when you see that, you know some shit's gonna start.
You see kids running around or whatever. Although, so that to me gives it 1 point already.
Shit, yeah.
The thing. Oh, that's one thing we forgot to mention actually when we talked about this is that this movie is known by 3 titles.
Yes, it is.
Blood Rage, Nightmare on Your Mama's House. Hang on. I know the other one is Slasher because that's the name that comes up in the title.
Yeah.
When we're watching it. But according to Wikipedia, it's also known as Nightmare at Shadowwood. So pick your poison. It's all shit. Doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
So yeah. So it starts off in that, which is great. We get girls smoking weed. We get people making out. By the way, there's a guy at the drive-in selling condoms, and we were watching, and I was like, I kept saying, "That looks like Ted Raimi. That looks like Ted Raimi." And when I looked up the credits,
guess who?
It's Ted fucking Raimi.
Raimi.
That's another point already for the movie. Yep. 2 points. And he's telling them in the bathroom. Which
this is like pre-frame. This is like pre-fame Ted Raimi. Though.
No, this is after Evil Dead and all
you
that.
You think so?
Yeah, it's 87.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean Ted Raimi's never been famous. His brother is famous for. I mean Ted Raimi's kind of famous. True. His brother directed the movies, directed the Spider-Man movies, but he's famous by association. But I mean this is before he was in like Hercules and Xena and all that. Gotcha. This is after Evil Dead, so.
Is it just me, or is this the promo shot on this thing? He looked like William Cat with some makeup on and a blade.
He looks very weird. Yeah, let me look this up real quick because I'm now questioning myself. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this man has been busy. All right, let's see. 87.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's done a lot, dude. Okay.
Where the fuck is the information?
Yeah, okay, so this was after Evil Dead 2. So,
I take it back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, it was this same year as Evil Dead 2, 1987.
Sorry, hopefully there was no static noise.
No, there's nothing. You're fine.
My stupid headphones just dropped the fuck out.
Okay. So it's after Evil Dead. So a woman's making out with a guy in her car. Now this is Maddie. Maddie's with this dude
in a drive-in.
A drive-in.
You got to be kidding me.
And it's one of those station wagons with like the big back area.
Yeah, man.
And her 2 kids, Todd and Terry, are in the
sleep. 80 motherfuckers back there.
Well, they say they're asleep. They're faking asleep. Anyway, they start making out, and so they get out and leave. And while they're running around, all of a sudden, for some reason, one of them grabs a hatchet that's just in the back of some dude's truck.
Yep.
Because you always take that to a drive-in.
Well, it's like I said, because they were sleeping with a shotgun. That's why I made up that dumbass song.
That's right, yeah, because there was a shotgun in the back of the truck.
And it was laying on top of them. They're out cold, but they get out and they don't use the damn thing. They go out and get an axe.
And so when we get to this, I'm going to go back to that shotgun.
Okay.
So he goes and he pervs on this couple having sex, and we get a semi-slight RT. They're completely butt naked in the car.
Yeah.
And the kid, the guy pokes his head out and tells the creep to go away, blah,
Big
blah,
mistake.
blah. And at 5:15, one of them brings a hatchet down on the dude's head multiple times.
Yep.
I mean, he's whacking.
I called it the Hassan chop.
Yeah. The guy was hoping he'd be whacking it with the girl, but no, the kid's whacking it in his face with the thing. And at 5:15, he kills him for... Hang on, I gotta bring this shit up. Hang on.
Kill 1.
Coitus interruptus.
And so we're 5 minutes in. We get the first kill. We get nudity, and then because then what happens is when that happens, she runs out of the car butt ass naked.
That is hilarious. She's running through the middle of the damn drive-through
butt ass
naked. Don't even give a damn.
So my question is, and you know, it's not a big deal, but like if they had a full-fledged shotgun in the back of the car when he was sleeping, why did he get out and take the hatchet? Why not blow the guy's head away with the shotgun that's already in the car?
Maybe because he didn't want sound. You know, if he discharged a firearm in public, maybe it would have drawn too much attention to himself.
That doesn't make any sense, though.
Then again, he didn't care.
Yeah, when after he chops the dude's head, I think this is Todd. And anyway, Terry's there, and so he puts blood all over Terry to, I guess, kind of help draw suspicion away from him. But then a whole crowd gathers around because the girl's screaming, the guy's screaming. And the mom comes, and so they get caught anyway. So what the fuck does it matter if there's a loud ass shotgun ring or not?
Well, if they had a shotgun, everybody run off. They could have managed to snuck out, but oh well.
So anyway, dude's dead. So then we cut to 10 years later.
Dun, 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 dun.
Maddie, his mom, visits Terry. Okay, thank you for that.
10 years later.
Thank you for that. Fast forward.
Yep.
Because it's all a bunch of bullshit. We don't care.
You're welcome.
So she's visiting her son Todd in the hospital because he's all, what did I put in here? He's all what? He's all oh, I put he's visiting in the hospital. He's all fucked up.
Oh, there you go. That's what I say. That's why this show is so great. Unedited, unscripted. We make notes, but we kind of just wing it.
And we can't read our notes half the time. So
we can't read our notes half the time. So
yeah.
We have to go on thumbnails and what little we remember.
So she's visiting him in there because he's traumatized from the events that happened 10 years earlier. Cut to Terry, who's playing football with a bunch of people, and he's fucking fine. He's like la-di-da-di-da-di.
Oh, he's having a ball.
He's straight on fucking Ted Bundy style.
Running around with those crazy ass those knee striped socks
like
and those damn shorty shorts.
Dudes wearing the midriff shirts and everything.
Yes.
Welcome to the 80s. This is
well,
full on 80s.
I can't down them too hard because I wore that shit too.
Oh yeah, it's the 80s. Everybody did. Yeah. So then we cut to Thanksgiving dinner, and Maddie's there with her.
Now this is the only reference to Thanksgiving in the movie, folks.
Well, yes, but everything that's about to happen after this takes place on the exact same night.
But it counts.
So it's on Thanksgiving Day. So she's there having Thanksgiving dinner with Terry and some of his friends, and then her boyfriend is there, and they reveal that she's going to marry her boyfriend. And
yay!
Terry's sort of excited. He's not really excited. And nobody really.
You don't give a flying shit.
Then she gets a call, and the call is that Todd has escaped from the sanatorium.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun. I wish I had a dun 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 button on here.
And then what is it? Terry goes, "My psychotic brother has escaped."
Yeah.
Pass the green beans, please.
Yeah.
He didn't even care. He just said, "Oh, he escaped."
Yeah, because she was in the kitchen with the boyfriend, and then Terry came in there, and that's what she told him, and he was like, "Oh, whatever." And then he went back to the table. They all went back to the table and sat down, and Maddie shook. You can see she shook, and Terry's like, "Oh, my psychotic brother escaped. Pass the rolls, motherfucker." And so then we cut to Maddie. Then we get a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this once, and then just know that this happens throughout the movie for 3/4 of the movie. But randomly, it'll cut to a shot of Todd just walking.
Yep.
Whether he's walking to the apartment complex, they have a shot of him arriving at the apartment complex. They have a shot of him walking around the apartment complex.
Yep.
He doesn't do a goddamn thing, but he's walking. So I'm not gonna say that ever again because there's a bunch of them.
He's walking.
Can't you see he's walking? We cut to Maddie, who's freaking out while the boyfriend, Brad, who I called Brad Dad Douche,
yep,
tries to get him some after-dinner stuffing.
Oh,
because
damn.
There's nothing that I can think of sexier than your You're filled to your brim with fucking Thanksgiving food. You probably need to shit because you're so stuffed. Then your psychotic son escapes and you're freaked out. But you know what? Let's give Brad some poon.
Yeah, let's give Brad Daddy a little something.
He's just so amazing.
Yep.
That's why I call him Brad Dad Douche. Then this was a funny scene. So Terry goes outside, and this big Guido dude, all of a sudden pulls up with a gun in his face. He's like, "Here you are, gotcha." And
that was Dr. Douche, and Guido showed up looking for Terry. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm looking for Todd.
Todd's doctor came with Guido to try and find him.
Just like you said, he shoves a piece in his face. Hey, son.
Hey, there you are. But then Terry and Brad decide to help. Brad is taking. So they take off to go. He took off to go help, but then Brad ends up going. I guess he has like his own apartment.
Yeah. And
he goes to his apartment where he's sitting there on the phone, whatever. He's on the phone talking to Maddie. So what happened was this. He told the doctor and the Guido where he thinks they should go look. He went to go look in his room for some reason because he's a fucking dickhead. And so he's in there talking to Maddie on the phone. Terry shows up, walks behind him.
Yep.
And he's got, is it the hatchet? He still has the hatchet, right?
It's a machete.
Machete.
A machete.
Machete.
That's right.
So Brad is drinking a beer after he gets off the phone, and Terry knocks on the thing, and he turns around, and at 20:57,
he gets Luke Skywalker.
He gets Luke Skywalker. But now this is one thing I want to give this movie credit for. Yep. The practical effects are pretty freaking cool.
Not bad. They really were. The blood effects were awesome.
And the prosthetics were cool. So this prosthetic, the hand gets chopped off. You see the little stub on his thing, but then the hand still has the beer in it when it's on the ground, and it's moving, and it crushes the can, which you made notice of.
Yep.
That was pretty cool because it was cool to see it still moving. Anyway.
Still reflecting. Yep.
Yeah, so it's not a kill, but we wanted to add that timestamp because it's a pretty neat little scene. We cut the doctor and the Guido looking around. Nothing happens there. Guido stops and lights up a joint, and Terry shows up to talk to him. And at
it's at 23:07. He just shish kebabs Guido.
Just went straight through with the machete.
Kill 2.
Yeah, so he just right through him. Just nothing fancy about it. Just a machete through the gut.
But it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
Because it showed the other side, and it showed that blade going through and being shoved, and it was in the middle of his back, and he was actually moving, so it was very well done, actually.
Yeah, I didn't bother to look up the budget, but I feel like most of it went to the special effects.
$25.
Probably. I mean, they give $25. So we cut to Maddie on the. Okay, this is a funny scene. After Terry kills the Guido, Maddie's still out of her mind. Okay, guys, she's still out of her mind with what's going on. She's going crazy. We cut to her on the kitchen floor in front of the fridge with the fridge open.
Yep.
She's in a bathrobe and she's eating leftovers out of the container like she's lost her fucking mind. I mean, she just looks like a psycho. Yeah.
Yep.
It was quite funny.
It's like that scene with what was it, Samantha James eating the toothpaste.
Yeah.
And Just Friends when she just
What was the thing she said? Then she was like, "Bye-bye," and then like spitting out. What was that? That was. She said something because what's his name's brother that said something, and she was like, "Bye-bye," and then the toothpaste came out. But then we cut to 25:11. We get so just prior to 25:11, we see the doctor in the woods. She's looking around for him. We get a cam shot a POV shot of someone coming towards her. We know that it's Terry.
Yep.
It cuts away. It cuts back at 25:11.
That is funny. You use that term.
That is on purpose.
Hey, bump.
Yeah. So when it cuts back, he's already killed the doctor, and she's in like two halves.
Yep.
Her lower half from her waist down is just in front of her. Her upper half is behind it, but all the body parts are moving.
The whole thing is hilarious.
Yeah, the legs are moving, and her she's moving, and it's just fucking cool. But
I counted it because she was still moving, but you knew she was dead.
Yeah,
so.
that's a
Kill 3.
But
yep.
I put up some notes that I wanted to talk about this because it's very, very, very interesting, but also very unique and weird. Because with a kill like this, where they cut somebody in half, you've seen it like in Friday the 13th and other movies, slasher movies, but part of the voyeuristic charm of those movies is when there's a big kill like this, they show it They show it happening. They show the person being chopped in half. What was that movie we saw? Terrifier, where the clown had the lady strung up and cut her from crotch to head straight through, and they showed the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that's part of the voyeuristic charm of these movies, is that you want to see the special effects take over and you want it to happen. They had the after effect, but they didn't show it. They just cut right back, and it's already cut. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's interesting or because it's a way to save budgetarily, or it's got my mind.
I can't
all
imagine.
over the place.
I can't imagine a couple dollars worth of celluloid being used for a hack scene. At least show them swinging the damn machete or whatever.
But they went through the expense.
But they were clean cuts, though. See, that's just it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was going to be hard to explain how his cuts were all. I mean, he was carved into perfect little roasts.
I mean, I don't think this movie really had to worry about people, suspending their disbelief on this one.
Nah.
But they went through the trouble of making those prosthetics, first of all, but then putting animatronics in them to make the legs move.
Yep.
When they were separated from the body. It's just a really fascinating, weird scene. Anyway, we're 25 minutes in. We got 3 kills. We got a hand chop off with moving. Yep. We got Maddie's mom. Maddie's on the floor eating fucking leftovers in their bathrobe. We got semi RTs. So I'm ready. I'm all in. Plus we got the great synth music.
Now that was good that happened, because unfortunately at that point we got about a 20-minute lull in the action.
Yeah, I like to say the plot got in the way of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of started clogging things up a little bit, and it took a little while, and it started to drag on, but then we get back to,
I want to say that I just want to say that I'm at 25 minutes in with all that going on.
Yeah.
And the great synth music.
It's already on the way, man.
And the fact that it is, because we had looked at another movie we were going to watch for a Thanksgiving movie that was made in 2020.
Yep.
And my reasoning for watching this versus the 2020 is that in the 80s, it wasn't that easy to make independent movies.
Nope.
Because you did the equipment wasn't as readily available, wasn't as cheap.
This is very true.
From like 2015 on.
Yeah, you can't shoot it from an iPhone and get away with it,
right?
Back then.
And so when people in the 80s made independent movies, they made them because they were more or less passionate about them. So they put actual effort into them, for the most part. So if we'd watched that 2021, I feel like it would have been just a full-on like spoof or something like that, because it's so easy to make them now. So I'm like, let's watch this one, because that one's going to try and be serious, but then be stupid serious. This one's going to try to be just serious and end up being stupid because of how lame things are. Which is, I was like, so even though we have this lull that you're about to talk about, I'm on board still. I'm still waiting to see what happens, because everybody's fucking crazy in this movie.
Yeah.
So we cut to Maddie trying to reach Brad, and we cut to Brad, and he's at his desk, and it's that scene where you see somebody at their desk and they have their hands over their face.
He looks like he's sleeping,
and he's like
he's resting his eyes.
But in this case, instead of saying he has his head in his hands, he has his head in his hand
and his nub,
because he's got a nub there in a hand. But he's got his head there, so it's just and there's blood fucking everywhere.
But he's dead.
Yeah,
but he looks like he's sitting there thinking.
Yeah. So Terry cleans up. And this is where we get the very first of what I think they tried to have as their catchphrase.
Oh.
So Terry cleans up, takes his shirt off, and gets clean, and his shirt's covered in blood. And he licks it. And he goes,
"Oh, that's right.
He goes, that's not cranberry sauce.
That ain't cranberry sauce.
And
that's right. I forgot about that."
Repeat that throughout the goddamn movie. So
then, matter of fact, that'll probably be on my post.
Nice. Okay.
I'll put it on
I like that. Yeah.
This ain't cranberry sauce.
So then he heads over to this. So earlier in the movie when he was playing football, these hoes were jogging by, and Terry was talking to one of them. Then later on, after he cleans up, he goes to the jogging hoes house, or to the apartment where she's babysitting.
Yep.
And she wants to get busy, but he wants to watch TV, just like a dude, right?
Yep. Sorry, bastard.
And so, by the way, also Terry does have a girlfriend. I think that's Karen.
Yep.
So his girlfriend shows up at the house to look for him, and he's not there, but she runs into Todd, thinking it's Terry.
That's right. And
then
she starts talking all this nasty shit.
Mm-hmm. And then she realizes it's not Terry, and she takes off. And then she runs and meets up with Artie, and another dude, the buff dude or whatever. They go looking for Todd. They don't find him, and they end up meeting up with Terry and the whore. So before that, Terry and the whore, I don't remember her name. Terry and the whore were in the house, watch TV, and then the mother who lives there came home with her date or whatever.
Yep.
And so then they leave. Well, the mother is trying to get busy with the date, who I said looks like fucking a young David Schwimmer trying to play Mr. Bean.
You did.
Yeah, he looks
you
like
sure did.
He's got that chin, that lack of chin. Anyway, so then so they meet up with Terry and the whore, and they tell him about Todd, and then Terry leaves. He runs back to tell his mom. Todd finds that this is a funny part.
Yep,
the fucking funny
this is
part.
The good part.
So Todd finds the doctor in two pieces.
Yep.
And what does he do, James?
He puts her back together.
He tries.
Oh,
right?
he assembles her like a puzzle.
He grabs the
out of respect. I mean, he's
half,
upset. He's upset that she's dead, but he takes her bottom half and slides it over and sticks it against the top half, and basically puts her back together, and then runs the fuck off.
Makes no goddamn sense.
But it was funny. It was funny.
But he also finds the gun that she had, which looks like it's fucking plastic when he picks it up. It is pure cap gun. Yeah, it's pure cap gun. So then Terry goes back to the apartment where the whore is babysitting, and he shows up there and knocks on the door, and David Bean Schwimmer answers. And then it cuts away to the girl who has her kid in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
But she's changed into this negligee to get freaky.
Of course.
She goes out.
That's right. And this is an infant.
Yes, it's an infant.
And we're sitting there going, good God Almighty, where's CPS?
It's like 8 months old or something.
This kid was like left alone most of the night, and there's nothing but, like 8 months old, you said? Yeah.
So then she goes to the door to look for David Bean Schwimmer. She opens the door at 4222. She opens the door, and for some reason, so Todd has taken his head off, wrapped it in like a string, and then hung it right in front of her door, so it's hanging there like a fucking ornament.
It looked like it was hanging on with Christmas lights or something. It was hilarious.
It was off screen, but it was so cool just to have the head hanging.
We had to count.
We're going to count it. So that is
kill 4
at 4222.
Just hanging around, we called it.
Yeah, and you guys know how we are. We hate it, especially newer movies, because they have the capability. We hate it when they cheap out by having the kills off screen. That's such bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
And so
people watch horror movies for the kills.
Right.
I'm sorry, that's just true.
And so even though, because I grew up with the Friday the 13th movies, and even though they censored some of that stuff because of MPAA, a lot of it was still on screen.
Absolutely it was.
But even though these last two were off screen, they were just so unique in their delivery that we went ahead and kept them in. So Todd breaks into the house and he kills the girl, but that's off screen. So that's completely off screen. We don't even see her body anymore. And then we cut to Maddie, who has passed out in the hallway because she's been drinking all fucking night. But then...
I have it at 49...
20.
I have it 49.15, is it?
I got 49.20, but that's close
okay,
enough. I don't know. I don't remember whose those are, though. Do you remember? Oh, it's the hoe. She was showering.
Yeah, she was showering. We got some RTs and a little bit of RB.
And a little bit of bush. We got some booty. We got kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the hoe...
Bit of 70s bush, I called it.
So the hoe and the bro dude are in the bed. So here's what happens. So after Terry leaves, right, his girlfriend Karen...
Yeah.
Their friend Artie, the bro dude, and then the hoe. Bro and hoe. They all go to Artie's apartment to hang out. Artie and Karen are playing video games.
Yeah.
Hoe and bro decide they're going to go to the bedroom. We think they're going to go to have sex. Well, they don't. What happens is they're in there messing around, and all of a sudden, Artie and Karen hear a scream. They run in there, and for some stupid fucking reason, the hoe and the bro have put makeup on to make themselves look mutilated.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then they scare the hell out of them, which I'm like, dude, you got this hoe. She's kind of hot. She's got a good body. You're a big buff bro, dude. You probably have a micro penis, but whatever. You're not in there to fucking put makeup on it. You're in there to bang. Fucking bang, 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 bang. But then, after
they piss off the other two,
they go to shower.
They
that's a shower scene.
Yeah.
And then they go fucking play tennis.
They go play tennis after they shower.
At night.
At
fucking night. I'm like, you're doing everything but what teens are supposed to do when they're alone.
Yep.
But they go, but then, guys, the next scene, they finally get butt-ass naked to have sex. And where the fuck are they, James?
On the court.
No.
Wait a minute. They're on the that's right.
They're on the diving board.
They leave. That's pool. Right. I called it match set game because they went back, they got off, and then they're laying at the.
Yeah. They went from the bedroom to the tennis court, ended up at a pool on top of the diving board.
Screwing on the diving board.
Butt-ass naked. So we get more of her RTs, her bush, her booty. She's hot. But that's when Terry shows up, and at 54:33, we get
Kill 5.
Yes.
Where he just real quickly slices bro dude's throat and he's dead.
Yep. He I think he slashes her throat. She falls in the pool.
He slashes her cheek.
Oh, that's right.
Slashes bro dude's throat. Bro dude goes in the pool.
That's right.
And she takes off because her cheek was slashed. Yeah. Because I have here RT and RB at 54:34. Sliced her cheek. And then she's killed off screen. Ho's killed off screen, so we don't count that one.
It's okay. She ends up in a closet later.
But we do get a kill 5 minutes later.
Yep.
At 59:56.
Which you called fork you, bro.
And I call stick a fork in him, he's done. For
Kill 6.
When our boy Terry just mysteriously decides to stab a barbecue fork into the neck of, was it the Schwimmer dude?
Yes. No, because David Schwimmer was the one that was hanging.
He was the one hanging out.
Was this Artie that you killed?
Might have been.
Anyway, he killed somebody with a fork. So yeah, fork him, he's done. And then he goes. Then he chases down Karen, his girlfriend. And then it all culminates at the pool again.
Now I want to make one quick note.
Yeah,
the gal running, Maddie, I guess it is.
Karen.
Not Maddie, Karen grabs the baby because mama dead. So she grabs the baby and she's running with it like a football.
Yeah,
and
so at one point,
this poor kid, she stuffs it under the fucking sink in the gymnasium bathroom.
Yeah. And
it's like half hanging out, and then she runs off and leaves it.
She picks it up after at the end. She picks it up. But she leaves it there so that Terry won't find. I don't know. I don't think
it's hanging out of the fucking cabinet.
I don't think he'd kill a kid though.
No, but then again, who knows?
Well, because the kid was in there when he killed David Bean Schwimmer and the mom, but he didn't kill the kid. But yes, so she runs back to the pool. And at 1 hour, 13 minutes, 35 seconds, the mom shows up with a gun. And she thinks it's Terry that's there to kill the girl.
Yep.
And so it shoots him 4 times, once in the eye.
Yep.
3 other times in the chest for
Kill 7.
And that ain't cranberry sauce. That's what I'm here to
get
tell
that
you.
Again, yeah. And then
Terry, and she don't just shoot him. She empties like you said, she empties the gun on his ass.
Yeah. But then Terry comes in and informs her that was Todd. And she's so...
Actually, nope. Flip it. She shot Terry, which was okay because Terry was the killer. Todd walks in and she's hugging him and she goes, Todd's gone. I got rid of him.
No, Terry's gone.
Or Terry.
No, Todd's gone.
Todd's gone. And then he gets all pissed off.
See, here's the thing.
I'm Todd, damn it.
Yeah, they made like what James described. They made it seem like a mystery.
Yeah.
Which one was actually the killer?
But it wasn't.
This whole fucking time we knew it was fucking Terry.
Because Terry's hair was completely different than Todd's, and Terry was doing all the killing.
Yeah, Terry was doing all the fucking killing. Because they did the twin things, but like they didn't, like you mentioned at the very beginning when they're kids. They weren't dressed in the same clothes.
No, they were not.
Separate clothes. You could tell who's who.
Yeah.
When they're older, when the actor plays Todd, he's got like curly wet hair,
super curly, the Soul Glow super curly hairdo when he is Todd,
and then when he's Terry, he's got David Spade hair. Yeah, and they don't bother to once again put either of them in the same clothing. They're in different clothing, so there's no fucking mystery about it. This whole time you know it's fucking Todd.
So that was a pretty bad aspect of it. There was no, like I said, hey, who done it?
No,
they didn't take any time to
try and fool you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
No, no effort whatsoever. So what ends up basically happening after he died, after she wastes Terry, and Todd gets all bent out of shape and is screaming at her, "I'm Todd," blah, 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 basically saying, "Fuck you, bitch."
Mm-hmm.
She sticks the gun inside of her head, and crazy woman blows her fucking own head off.
Off screen.
That doesn't really count as a kill, but you see the blood splatter.
But you don't
it's
see
a
it.
suicide.
It's yeah, she kills herself.
And that's the credits.
That's the fucking movie. Yeah.
That's the credits.
I mean, it feels like we kind of blew through it. But as James mentioned, after this whole 25-minute mark, the 25-minute kill, there's a lot of kind of filler.
There were some dead spots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it did. But then it got going again, and we started seeing some bodies pile up. So it was satisfying.
I mean, for a Thanksgiving movie that didn't have a dumb fucking puppet turkey, and it was actually set in the 80s. Although
we have to remind our lovely audience that the Thanksgiving received the coveted gold turd.
It did because it had some things that we did like. But
it was outstanding.
It wasn't outstanding, but it was worth the gold turd.
Yes, it was.
I think it's just had a lot of nudity and a lot of like bloody kills.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Not that nudity makes movie. It doesn't, because there are tons of movies that have none and are good movies, but we call them rescue titties for a reason.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. They're sometimes they're needed, sometimes they're not. See,
right.
So sometimes they're bonus titties. So it just depends on what you're looking at.
Bonus booty.
Yep.
James, what is your opinion of this movie? What do you rate it?
I am giving this movie a brown turd.
Okay.
I can't quite go gold, but it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I can't go gold turd is, like you said, the whodunit part.
Yeah.
There was no mystery.
There was no whodunit.
So that kind of killed that. The blood effects were fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved it. There was a lot of good humor.
Mm-hmm.
The killing was good. The blood effects, like I said, were great. The story wasn't bad.
Okay.
But it could have been executed better.
Agreed.
Unfortunately.
Agreed.
The script was, But all in all, I'm going to give it a brown turd.
Brown turd.
Good, strong brown turd. That means keep it.
In your
or even buy it if you get a chance.
Which
out of the Walmart bin.
You keep pulling. $5. You keep pulling from other fucking things. The buy it is gold. Brown does not mean to buy it. It's not. Brown means it's good, but it's not good enough to buy it.
Well, see, the thing is, that's put in your digital library.
There you go. That's.
But you have to pay for it.
No, you don't, because it's on TUBI for free. So put it in your TUBI queue, put it in your Vudu queue. You ain't got to buy it because it's not worth paying for, but it's worth keeping for free and watching at Thanksgiving. I agree with the brown turd. I'm giving it a brown turd.
Sweet.
Because actually everything that you listed is exactly. Plus the music. I love the music. The setting, like I said, of 1987, it felt very much in the 80s, but not of the 80s.
Yeah.
Like anything nowadays that's set in the 80s is too much of the 80s, and it like shoves your face in it.
I would basically call it a charming slasher flick. It had the good classic feel of a slasher flick to it, which I really like.
Unlike most slashers, though, most slashers, especially at the beginning, they have that whole thing of like, who's the killer? Yeah. Like Friday the 13th, you're thinking it's, now anyway, you think it's Jason, it's her mom, it's his mom. That whole thing.
True
but
that.
This one, it's like, it's more like Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween. You know who the fucking killer is.
And then of course we got Friday the 13th 2 through 27, where Jason goes, "Hold my beer."
Right. Mm-hmm.
I got this, mama.
But I'm gonna give it a brown.
Nice.
Definitely keep it in queue. It's on TUBI. I think it's on Vudu. Go watch it. It's a lot of fun.
This is definitely recommended for the horror connoisseur.
Mostly because, again, the things I mentioned, but also just the fact that they went through the effort of putting animatronics in their prosthetics.
Yes.
And having the hand crush the beer can, which is fucking cool. Having the legs move and shit, even though they're not connected, was kind of cool. You can't see me out there in Radio Land, but I'm using my fingers to make little leg movements.
I don't know if it was scripted or not, but the part where Todd puts Dr. Douche back together.
That was fucking hilarious.
That cracked me up. I don't wonder if that was improvised, because if it was, that was genius.
Great. Maddie sitting on the floor in front of the fridge was funny as shit. Nothing happened, but it's just cutting to her on the fucking floor in her robe, eating out of containers in front of the fridge.
You just gotta appreciate the small things too. That's what we look for: the small details as well as the obvious crap. But the small stuff, you can't let it slide. You gotta
exactly. Just what he said. Exactly.
Just what I said.
So, again, Happy Thanksgiving. We hope you guys enjoy all these episodes that we dropped, including this special Thanksgiving one.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. God bless everybody. Hang in there.
We're glad to
It's going to get better.
We're glad to be back.
Definitely glad to be back.
New episodes starting December 2nd. We wanted to go ahead and we've been working on some episodes, and instead of dropping one at a time, we decided to just make it a Black Friday Thanksgiving feast.
Amen to that.
Drop a bunch of them so you guys have some to listen to over the weekend. So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in December, man.
Spread the word, man.
Spread the word, man. Spread the word. Get us out there. And don't forget, we are coming up soon, end of season 4. We have something special planned for the season 5.
Yes, we do.
For a special episode.
Yes, we do.
So just keep listening, and we'll give you more info on that later on.
We will indeed.
All right, guys. Until next time, I'm Chris, and I'll see y'all at the next Shit Fest.
Shit feast.
Shit feast.
Shit feast. And this is James, and if it ain't one what the suck, it ain't shit.